Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities. I'll give you my financial opinion. Again, we'll step through dollar, the yields, precious metals, and then all the commodities that I follow. And a lot of big moves today in some of these areas. Energy is looking real strong. And again, guys, if you guys need any sort of help, join our community at the finding-value.com platinum membership. I've got some pretty good picks out there that are in my portfolio if you want to see what those are. We just did a platinum question and answer session Sunday. That's all posted up. Lots of really good questions there. We covered a lot of ground. So let's dive in. Let's give you my opinion here and see what we've got in the area. So DXY, again, we're getting that selling pressure. And is this a topping pattern? It kind of looks like it to me, but you never know. Again, my younger self would say it's a topping pattern. We're ready to go down. But I've seen some pretty ridiculous stuff in the markets with them trying to stick save some stuff. Stick save is when the goalie throws a stick behind his back and he stick saves it from the puck going in the net. If you want to know what that is. Well, anyway, lots of selling pressure up here. Not much. The buying pressure is less than the selling pressure. We're getting large selling pressure bouts. That usually indicates that someone is selling. It's called distribution up at this top here. Is it enough to push us lower? You know what? I don't want to speculate on it. It sure looks like it to me. It looks like it wants to go lower. Is this the second half of the commodity bull market where in 2002 we got a peak and then we headed lower? Is that peak where we head lower? It very well could be. I think we're a little early to claim that. If we take a weekly picture view, it sure looks like we're getting some momentum to the downside in the dollar. And on the monthlies, it does look like it's picking up. This is a tailwind for commodities and other currencies, or I should say other assets priced in dollars. So those assets will go up. Now the 10-year yield moving higher today, up 1.35%. Still looking good for a move higher. And we've got weaker dollar, stronger 10-year yield. These things add up for market conditions. The 20-year bond prices still getting smoked to the downside, momentum down, trend line still intact. This doesn't look too good, guys. This looks like, I mean, this could be problems. I don't know. I don't think we've seen yields, bond prices go down like this ever in this speed, I should say, or this rate of decline. And I don't know if that's a true statement. Maybe way back in the day it's done this, but we haven't seen it in the past 40, 50 years. TYX, which is the 30-year yield. Remember, bond prices lower, yields higher. We are still rocketing higher in our yields for the 30-year. So if we were to sum this up, we've got weaker dollar today. We have stronger yields, weaker bond prices. And that usually manifests itself in higher commodity prices. But commodity prices went sideways. We had a massive day Friday. The tailwinds are still pushing behind us. We usually get a downward day today. That's called the bloody nose. I'm sure you guys know the bloody nose if you've been on the channel for a while. It's a large green candlestick with a small down profit-taking day next to it. That usually means that we have a continuation to the upside. And I'm going to be looking at the companies for positioning by big money. That's what we want to look for. So we had a small down day in commodities. The CRB to S&P 500, small little down day. Not really going much of anywhere for the ratio. Gold moving sideways. Again, we're at that resistance line. The little bloody nose. What do we know about bloody noses? That you got to stop by applying pressure. Well, the buying pressure is up. And there's no stopping this with holding this bloody nose because that's just a small little profit-taking day. Right on a large resistance line. Now, I think we're going to break through this. Why do I think that? Well, we've got large buying pressure here, small sell-off. Large buying pressure here, small sell-off. Large buying pressure, and the sell-off at resistance is a small bloody nose. That's all it has. The sellers are gone through here, guys. It looks ready to go higher. Silver also looking good, getting the bloody nose. The bloody nose is a I should make t-shirts saying bloody nose. I really should, with some patterns on it. Downtrend line broken sideways, and then the next move is going to be higher. This is an accumulation kind of area that we've been in. All in there. That's all accumulation, in my opinion. I think we're going higher. It looks good. Check it for some of your companies that you're looking for in that area. Now, platinum, my boy platinum. We all know that I like platinum a lot. Up $19 or 2%. We're looking like a breakout here. Logarithmic, non-logarithmic, however you want to shift this thing up and down. It looks good to go higher. It's not like we didn't know that if you've been a part of the channel. We're breaking higher here, guys. It looks really good. Hopefully that momentum can continue. Usually platinum, with a pattern like this, I would think we're off to hopefully rocket launch land. But XAU to gold ratio, getting into some of these mining companies, see what's happening on there. So we're getting a little bit right on that resistance support line. We're trying to break through it. A small little guy. It was up today, which means gold and silver miners outperform gold itself. Again, we need to break through this line. We break through that line. Not only is your portfolio going to be smiling, you're going to be smiling as you look at it. But we're not there yet. Would I be positioning in some of these areas? That's up to the platinum members on the finding-value.com. I'll let you know what companies I like and what I'm doing. GDX is looking a little bit better. It is right on that resistance support line. It is bumping and grinding. I do think with the way that gold's positioned that we're going to probably see some good buying pressure, hopefully. SILJ also getting a little bit of buying pressure. This one's on top of its support area. And yeah, we have a little down day today, or a sideways day, I should say, not down, but sideways. I do think it looks good when looking at silver. Things are turning around. I'm getting anxious and excited. And I do think that we are going to go higher. Crude oil, a little bit lower after that monster day Friday. We were up 5% Friday. This is the bloody nose. It continues across the commodity sector, getting punched in the face with these bloody noses. Continuation pattern going higher. I think crude oil looks El Dante. It looks really good. Natural gas rocketing higher on the pre-market. The momentum is coming back down. Don't get afraid if this thing does come back a little bit before going higher. I just think that's a buying opportunity. There are some crazy opportunities in natural gas companies. Again, my favorites if you're part of the community on the website. XOP, yeah, you know me, crushing it. Way to go, XOP. I like how it's finishing quite strong. You back out a little bit. We got a little bit of resistance through here. That's what we were doing. We were doing the dilly-dallying. If you were to throw kind of a pattern in here, it looks something like that. We're starting to break this to the upside. We're getting some separation. And what's really positive here is we went 3% up on a day where crude oil was down. You tell me if that's not positioning. Or maybe we're in some funky new world, because when crude oil went up on Friday, it gapped higher and kind of just went sideways. And today, we're down a little bit and we're launching higher. I think that crude wants to go higher. I think people are positioning, and it looks quite good. OIH also laying down some good numbers here. Up 3.5%. We're breaking out. It's looking good. Are we going to get the pullback move? No one knows that, guys. No one knows that. I don't want to speculate. I'm long. I'm holding strong. Good luck with getting my shares, because you're not going to get them. Uranium. This is the uranium futures pricing contract. Again, we've got that little down day. That's the bloody nose coming out again. We're bleeding profusely all across the commodities sector, which is a good thing because we don't want to be getting large selling pressure days. I do think this will work its way higher. Give it time. You need to be patient with a lot of these commodities. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust looks excellent. It looks excellent. Should I say it again? It looks excellent. All right. Bullish engulfing. Bullish engulfing. Small sell-off. We are wanting to go higher. The sellers here are pathetic. They've got no sort of... They don't have anything. I mean, yeah, okay. They got a little bit of something here. They a little bit of something going on here. We've got a little bit of selling pressure today. Now, I do think that this will turn around. It might take a couple of days or weeks. If we see crude oil rip it here, I think the uranium sector is going to catch, it's going to figure out what it is, which is an energy sector. It's not a technology sector. It's confused. We just need to, change its pronoun to energy, and it will identify as an energy sector company, and it will go higher. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But everything looks good on a monthly perspective. We've got a little bit more selling pressure in the near term. This is on the monthlies. And we just got to turn this thing around and break through this resistance area right there. That's really what it needs. Uranium, we're seeing positioning in it. Look, positioning. And I'm going to take this guy out here. And I mean, there is some concern here, a little bit, all right? There's some good selling pressure here, and I haven't seen the buyers step in this area here. There is still the possibility that we get one last surge lower. It's going to scare all you guys out of it. I'm going to buy your shares, and we're going to rocket this thing higher. Why? Because I actually have faith in the fundamentals. We're in a commodity boom. I think that's quite apparent. We're in an energy crisis. All they can do is scare you out the short term. So be careful of a short-term blip lower if they push it lower, which is a possibility. I'm going to steal those shares, and then I'm going to ride it higher. If it does. I'm not saying it necessarily will, but, watch for it. If it does, that's your opportunity. If we get one last little pullback there. TAN down today, higher yields, weaker dollar. It still is impressive how strong this thing is. I still think it looks good. So solar, again, left side, right side, cut it in half. When you come back up, you're fighting through the resistance of what's over here. And I think eventually it's going to work its way higher. So that's TAN there. We've got COPX right on support. Again, it's probably got lay bloody nose. I think it looks good. So I'm biased to the upside on that. Lithium, global lithium. Again, this thing looks like it's trying to consolidate. It may not be done yet, but it's looking a lot better. And, it looks okay. It's a messy looking chart, guys. I'll be honest. It looks messy, but it looks all right. Doesn't look good or bad. Rare earth metals getting also that little bloody nose, massive gap higher. A lot of people think, they prescribe to the gap. What I would say is, you've got this is your island reversal with the gap there. And then I think we're going to roll on higher. So that's what I think. I think we are going higher to the upside. SPX up today. Again, I'm not really playing this on the SPX side. The yields going higher is a headwind to it. Dollar lowers a tailwind. So we'll see which way this thing goes. Could it head higher? Yes, it could. We've got some massive bullish engulfings all right there. So we could roll on up. Same with the NASDAQ. It's a same setup. Interest rates impact the NASDAQ a little bit more pronounced than it does in the S&P 500. So there's a little bit more pressure here with those interest rates going up. EEM moving sideways. It's above support. We had a weaker dollar today. Looking at XHB, XHB's up, similar to some of these other guys. The only thing I'd say here is, we still got these large selling pressure days, and the buyers haven't really come in here in any convincing way. This could roll over very easily to the downside. Also depends on what the overall markets do. Looking at Mu, Mu is right below its support resistance line. It's got to break above that. And right now we're just playing around with it. Copper heading lower, but we had again, guys, we had a monster day Friday. This is just a bloody nose. Again, above support, you know, the breakout. This is I can pull this guy up if you guys want. I know it's basically kind of a pattern that looks like that. Broken out, coming back, doing a retest. This might be it for right now, and then we'll see if we can launch higher. Lumber also moving higher. We've done the full retest here. I do think that we have a good probability of moving higher, put it that way. And again, guys, this isn't necessarily a cheap lumber price. You know, everybody, oh, lumber crashed. Yeah, it's in the atmosphere though, from cloud 9 up here. It's not going to stay up there forever. We're going to bounce and move back and forth in a consolidation period. We're gonna base out here and probably turn on higher. That's my take. Iron ore getting a little bit of buying pressure, up 2.15%. Again, I'm waiting to see what this is. This could be a false breakdown, and then we just slingshot cheetah this thing higher. So let's see what it does. If this slingshot cheetah is higher, dry bulk shipping. I've got some good picks for dry bulk shipping. I'll share it during the midweek update. It looks like they're developing quite well. So definitely, if you're a Platinum member, check it out midweek Wednesday when I release that. And we'll see if it keeps developing well. Aluminum looking really good here, guys. And again, there's a couple of companies. If they're the Platinum members, you know the companies. This is it right here, guys. This is looking good. We're getting good buying pressure in aluminum. We've got all those smelters are down over in Europe. And we're starting to get some good pressure here. I'm just going to say I'm pulling triggers potentially when we look at some of these charts. It's looking good. Baltic Dry Index firming up a little bit today, up 2.56%. It's down on the week. It looks like we're trying to find a footing here where the buyers equal to sellers. Watch China. If China reopens, I think that we're going to get some good buying pressure in here. Then we've got Newcastle coal futures. I do think I'd be looking at this particular time. We're seeing some of the coal companies break to the upside of some patterns. And I think this is going to be a fake out for a make out to the upside. And if you notice the blue line over here, this was some fractal analysis I've done on another move of a completely different company of a completely different time frame, and it matches up very well. So a lot of analysis going on, guys. And I think oil, natural gas, the way the positioning is in the markets, even uranium, I'm getting pretty bullish. And I know people are trying to throw in the towel here on uranium. You know, oh, it's not going up. It's not this. It's not that. Guys, it's coming. You got to remain positive. Look for the opportunities in the market. If it comes on down, we see buying pressure. There's your signal. And again, guys, I'll probably be doing a training session. I still have to figure out what exact day it is. It's going to be for the Platinum members on the website. I'm going to go through strategies of what I look for when I look for setups in different sectors. What am I looking at? How am I doing this? I'm teaching you how to fish. All right. This will give you the confidence to hold on to multi-baggers. You're not just going for a 20, 30% gain, getting scared out, not knowing what the heck's going on. I'm gonna walk you through what I look at and my approach, and then the strategies and kind of how I position portfolio. Again, I can't give advice, but I can tell you what I'm doing and how I'm making the money that I'm doing. So that's what I've got for today. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. And we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.